Are you losing employees because they're stressed out, burned out, maxed out? Stress plays a role in employee retention. And in this video, I'm going to share a few tips and tools that you can use to identify stressed out team members and help them so they stay. This is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert. Stay and watch till the end for these tactics. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you will get many more things that can help energize your teams. So when your team members are stressed out, many of you can see it, you can tell it, their engagement might be off, but there's some detrimental things that can happen when too much stress enters a team or enters a workplace. First, resignations are going to go up. They might just reach that point where they can't take it anymore. And being in a caregiving role or an administrative role, those things can really stack and add up. Next, there's reduced engagement, reduced productivity, because people miss time for sick days. They might need a mental health day. So you're losing time and energy from team members because of that stress. And next, stress can just create a negative culture. Things can get toxic, little things become big issues when people are stressed out. Maybe the language that people use when they're stressed isn't as positive or as uplifting on a team. So incivility can creep in when people are stressed out. So those are some things to look at when you're thinking about, is my team stressed out? And a few of the things you can do to help with that stress are, you can have a stress management program. Actually, when I work with teams, we talk about how can de-stressing a team come into your culture? What would that look like? What type of incentives would you have for people to actually begin meditating? Can you offer those classes? What things can you be doing as an organization to help reduce that stress? Next, talk about it. Don't just implement a plan, but actually talk about the fact that you understand that what your team members are doing can be stressful. And it's okay to acknowledge it. If one thing we learned through the COVID pandemic is that mental health is important. And when stress levels get to the point where they can become mental health issues, then it becomes a real problem. So make sure your culture is open to discussing what stress can do to an individual and a team. And finally, make sure to provide additional resources. I just mentioned mental health. So do you have in place a plan that your employees can go and have some mental health sessions? Are there such days that they can take where they can build themselves back up and kind of talk about de-stressing when they are not working? There are just so many ways to look at the whole subject of stress and burnout. But the really first step that you need to take as an organization is acknowledging it. Make sure that your team members know that it exists. And then you can start taking some steps to work towards it. Because stress really does affect the productivity of a team. So wishing you a few deep breaths today so you can start to de-stress. This is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you and your team stay energized so you can serve with joy.